Good morning, my name is Osanya Kemisola, and I would like to share my fibroid journey with you. Actually, I got to know I had fibroid in the year 2021. This one is kind of accidental discovery because it is not intentional. I went to the hospital with my husband because I was having this kind of pain in my stomach, and it was then that this doctor discovered I have fibroid. Then it was just one. So actually, I never thought of it. I don't see it as a big deal because whenever I heard of fibroid, I only heard of it maybe when somebody is giving testimony in the church. So I don't see it as a big deal. So I never even attacked it then. I left it like that for the whole year 2021. So by the time I got to 2022 and I was not able to conceive, so I have to go to another doctor, and the doctor now just asked me, go for scan, let's see what is really happening. It was then I discovered that the fibroid that was one before, they are now five fibroids already. And according to the sonographer, then he told me that it was somehow big or so. So that is how I started using herbs, because I can't even imagine going for surgery if surgery is out of it. Because I know I had one surgery before, and I know how it took me so long to heal up. That was when I was young. So it's abdominal surgery. So I started using herb. I started from September 2022. Every month I always go for herb, try to check the internet to see if there are different herbs I can use. I go from changing my diet. There are some kind of foods that I was advised not to eat. Then there are some kind of herbs every day I will have to go for green tea, different herbs, turmeric, ginger, garlic, clove, whatever, everything I always use. So from there I graduated into consulting all these herbal medicine people to get me herbs. It was throughout the year 2022, 2023, I stopped using herb 2024 March. Because it got to a stage I said, it's better I treat fibroid than to be treating kidney disease. Because it has gotten to a stage that I know this herb is already affecting me. So I have to stop. That was when I said, okay, the next option is, so far I don't want to go for surgery because I've been booked for surgery twice, but I have to run out because I can't just imagine myself doing that in life. So I said, instead of going for fibroid, for surgery, what can I do? So I started searching. Actually, I've heard of these embolizations so before, but I read that there are some disadvantages, so I don't want to go through that risk. So I'm looking for a better alternative. So that's how I stumbled on Dr. Ayomi Ajayi. I saw him on Facebook. Initially, I tried to follow. Then I went over, I googled to see treatment of fibroid without surgery, and this HIFU came up. So I have to search on YouTube. So I went through some interview where he was interviewing some women that have done HIFU, what they passed through and what. So there I came into it. But I was thinking about the cost because there was a woman that made a video of fibroid journey, and I was thinking about the cost of money. But one of my friends and my husband, they're like, you know what, just go and see. But I'm just happy that I key into this because I think it's the best method now, especially for we that were so scared of surgery. Thank you. Okay, I would like to take it from here, how I got to know about this place. I checked online and I got their number, and I put a call through to the receptionist. Somebody had sent me and gave me a description of this place. So that day I just walked in. After trying to locate, I logged in, and I was me to understand that I need to pass through some process before I go to this final stage. And those processes include asking some questions from me about my maybe my previous whatever else. There are some questions as to know my state of health, and after that I have to see the doctor, and he conducted an ultrasound. So it was after the ultrasound that he now sent me for MRI. So after the MRI came out, there was this kind of review on the MRI to see whether I'm fit for this process or not. So after getting to know that I'm fit for the process, so I have to do some other tests like testing my blood stuff, different kind of tests, and I have to do colposcopy also. So after all those things were checked, if I got to a time that I need to see a nephrologist, I need to put that on because there was this test that came out high, but after conducting some series of tests, I discovered that it was normal. Maybe there is a kind of mix of somewhere. So I got an approval from a nephrologist, and here I am today for the HIFU. Today, being the D-Day, I can say I'm quite excited because there are a lot of things that I've passed through, like the symptoms that I'm having, heavy blood flow. I know that some people can relate, especially if they're passing through that kind of thing, because it's not easy. Every month when you want to have your menstrual flow, you will be thinking ahead for next month what is going to happen, or you won't be able to sleep on your bed. You'll be sleeping on the floor or kneeling down throughout the night just because you don't want to soil the bed. And all these things, I'm excited because I believe after today that's going to come to an end. Actually, my expectation, as I've said, my expectation is to get rid of this fibroid and to get rid of the symptoms, because it's not something to live with. Because most of the time, this fibroid determines how you live your life. You may not be able to work in a place where you will have to be taking a month off every month because you are on a period. So my expectation today is I really believe that today, I'm going to get rid of this fibroid, and God helping me, all the symptoms are going to stop. Actually, I would like to say that before you go for the treatment, you need to check yourself and have this faith. See, before I get to this place, if we're thinking about the money, I want to come here today. I was initially, before I got some word of encouragement to come into this place, I was thinking about the money, the cost. But if you look at the benefits of HIFU compared to surgery is okay, fine. But for some of us that we're so scared or thinking of the healing process, because some people, it takes so long for them to heal, and somebody like me. So for some of us, you think about it, then you don't think about the money, or you think about the benefits you're going to get from that. And my advice for women with fibroid is, I want us to understand that thank God is a curable disease, it's a curable stuff. I always say, before I got to know about HIFU, that this fibroid is a monster. I don't know it's so difficult like this, but I would like to say it's curable, and we should have our hope high, because something that is curable definitely is going to go. So we should have our hope high, and we should not be deterrent in our pursuit to get treatment. And I would say, I don't know, some people say herbs work, but in my own case, I've tried a lot of herbs from different parts of this country. They never worked. I was just spending my money. In fact, the money I've spent is even half of what I need to spend for HIFU. So I spent a lot of money, different concoctions, the ones that will make you vomit, as bitter as it is. I will have to close my eyes and swallow it. So I would like to say, women with fibroid, seek treatment promptly. When you see symptoms, little symptoms, in my own case, I saw the symptoms, but I never related it with fibroid. I thought it was like I was growing up, so I need to see more of the blood flow. Before I was using 4 pads, before you know it, it's aggravated to 8 pads, and before you know it's 10, and before you know it, I started using 16. It was when I started using 16 that I discovered that something is wrong somewhere, that it shouldn't be like this. So Immediately you discover something is odd, maybe you started seeing blood clot or heavy period, or you started feeling some cramps, I think it's better you go immediately to seek help from the health professional. That would be better instead of going for herbs or something like that. So you go to health professional, they will be able to diagnose you quicker. I think prevention is better than cure here. So they'll be able to diagnose better, quicker, and set for treatment even before it's going to get to the level of you going for surgery. Thank you. This is post-treatment, and I want to share with you how I really feel. I feel good. I feel good. The treatment went smoothly. I spent like 2 hours on the machine, and I really want to appreciate the staff. They were so nice. I was asking a lot of questions that they were answering me. Even those ones that are irrelevant, they still answered. So kudos to them. And actually, the way I feel after this treatment, when the CBO, I felt a little bit cramp, not so severe that I couldn't manage. So I feel a little bit cramped where I've been treated, and I'm sorry to say this, I feel a little bit famished. I've been fasting for the past 2 days. So that's how I felt. And now compared to other surgery, I've done a surgery before. Actually, it's not my anatomy, it's just abdominal surgery. But I see compared to that surgery, I think HIFU is better in this way. There is no kind of hospital stay. As you're looking at me, I'm set. I'm going on now very soon. And no blood transfusion, no open cuts. I'm not scared of having any scar. So I'm good to go. I think women should embrace this form of treatment for their fibroid. Thank you.